I could share the music on my side. You know how?
How?
I fucking have it.
You do have it. I'm not showing online on the
Just wait.
podcast.
I could share the music on my side.
Jesus, dude.
There it is. You know how?
Oh, that's a cool setup that you have going on there. Wow, where'd you create that overlay?
Oh, I just
I have to
whipped
watch a commercial, but
Just
hold
whipped
on.
it up. You have to watch a commercial. I forget about that. You know, I'm Twitch Pro.
Wow.
Oh, you got some Jessica Jones stuff going on up in the right there, huh?
You have like a... Dude, you're like a fucking artist.
I like it.
Jesus, what does your shirt say? What's on your shirt? It's pretty nice.
Extra
All
life,
right.
play games, heal kids.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Fucking
Wow.
doing big things over here.
Okay. All right.
That's cool.
We're good to go.
Don't be transfixed by all those sexy Overwatch heroes and what they might be doing.
Dude. Yeah, like, how do you have it doing this? You're talented. All right.
Nah,
So what's the Netflix thing tied to?
that's why I want to talk about Jessica Jones, man. Do you guys know anything
Oh.
about it?
I know
No,
I know
I
a little
don't.
bit, but yeah, let's get
I don't
into
know
the
anything.
show.
Yeah. Let's do this.
Yeah,
Hold on.
that's all way awesome.
Do we have levels? Ding, 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 ding. Ding, ding, ding. Okay.
Check.
Good.
I'm good.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Let's roll. Ready?
Yeah.
Born.
Hey everybody. Welcome to another episode of Defense of the Patients. I'm Cyphus, and I think my mic sounds a little bit funny, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Sitting here with Roland on my left.
Sounds a little funny.
A little bit, it does.
How about now?
Check. How's that sound?
Jesus.
Good stuff. Nah, keep it on the
No, we're starting over. Okay.
Woo! Live recording, baby.
Live
Bringing it to you.
recording.
The real deal.
The real.
Hey everybody. Welcome to another episode of Defense of the Patients. I'm Cyphus with a mic that is fully functioning. Sitting to the left of me is Roland.
Hello.
And digitally, not necessarily so, but right across from me, it feels like now, Easy Marquise.
Yeah, it does feel
Yes.
like I'm sitting across from you, right? This is the in-room experience brought to you live.
Yeah, it feels a little more natural, you know?
It does. It does. It's nice to be able to look at you. It's nice to be able to look at the fucking...
A beautiful overlay.
Damn, dude.
Everybody listening in their cars on Monday mornings like, what the fuck are these guys talking about, man?
We're transfixed. I can barely do the show properly.
Oh, well, let's just say
Um,
Easy's an artist. Fuck.
Yeah, he's got. I'm looking at all sorts of cool stuff up on the screen because we are
Where?
streaming this show live at twitch.tv/.ptv. That's where you can find it.
It's on DotP TV, baby, where you go to hang out and have a good time because that shit's cracking all the time now.
Yeah, that's right. No, it looks good. I'm watching. I assume we're going to be talking about Overwatch because I'm seeing all the awesome hero roles pop up on the screen and go through. Because Easy Marquise is fucking lucky, and now he's playing it.
I got in, dude. I feel like I'm beta easy. Easy in the beta, all data.
Bay-teasy, dude.
Yeah, I was trying to think of like an Overwatch-esque name, but like if I used any of the heroes, it would like fall flat with you guys because you aren't amongst the blessed.
You're
I
not
don't know.
Reinhardt Easy.
Or like over easy, you know?
Over easy.
Yeah. Over easy.
That's great.
Yeah. I should be coming up with the...
Yeah,
With the one-liners
You
around
might as
here.
well.
I need a little
Um,
notepad next to your nightstand so when you wake up out of a sleep, you're just like, over easy. Like jot it down and go back to bed.
There's 3 good ideas a year.
3 good ideas. I'm pretty sure it's about one every quarter, so that's
Four a year. All right.
4 a year, yeah.
1 a year. Or one a quarter. I'll allow it.
This is weird for me not to be playing Dota on this live stream. Lately, I've been taking this thing fucking over, dude.
You've been playing a lot of Dota on there, dude. It's been cool. You interact a lot with the stream, man. It's cool to see you on there. Because honestly, like, you don't, ever play with your friends because you just never accept invites from the group or anything. But the group can just come hang out with you all the time, and you can't hide. You're there. You're talking to everybody. It's cool.
Well, the difference is Faf can say get a BKB, and I can just ignore it. You know what I mean?
Or
Whereas
do it,
if
or
I'm
whatever.
in a
Like, you have
game-
an option.
Yeah. Whereas if I'm in a game, I have to buy the BKB, or he just won't stop. Like, I have the option to look, instead of just being told in my ear over and over and over.
That's the other thing I've enjoyed. I've been lurking and, like, hearing, getting to see two people that are watching you play talk about what you should do next or what someone else is doing. It's cool. It's another level of kind of getting to explore and interact with the game of Dota that you get to do if you're a part of Defense of the Patience and if you decide to hang out with the crew.
Yeah, I feel like I have a generally good attitude as well. Like,
Yeah.
pretty much every sentence in the stream starts with get or do, which is fine. And I fess up to my mistakes. I feel like I have a good attitude about it.
It's a running record too. There's a written record of your mishaps.
Yeah, I'm sure there is. But Jay Gucci was there for a Marana game where I think Jay Gucci was the only one that was in there, and he's like, wow, good job. I was like, thanks, Jay Gucci.
You're like, man, one person right now. I've seen like up to 15 in there, and
yeah, people watch me play solo, which is fun. I mean, it's fun because I got stage fright at first, and now I feel like I'm performing to an audience.
Yeah.
And so I feel like I'm overplaying. Now I'm probably playing at probably a 4.5 to 5.5K level somewhere. In there.
Wow, dude.
Yeah, I've really climbed a lot lately.
That's lofty.
Who was all in there when we had Easy? I don't know if you got to pop in and see it, but the world's most racist Omni Night.
Oh yeah, that was the last thing we streamed.
That's hilarious. I wish I would have caught that. What happened with that?
Just go to previous broadcast.
Yeah, you got it.
He was so funny, and then people in the stream were like, ask him how he feels about Syria, because he seemed like dumb, politically inclined. Like he was a dumb person that was politically inclined.
He seemed like a dumb guy who was trying to use big smart guy big words.
Yeah.
That's what he was trying to do. He just used every intelligent word that came to his mind, and then but he would I don't know, the thoughts that he came up with, the insults that he came up with.
Holy shit, he was the saltiest man on earth. He was made of pure salt. Fucking, you could feed a donkey for like 8 years if you just put him there.
The worst part of it was that he...
Don't donkeys lick salt?
I have no idea. I was just going to ask what that was.
Salt lick, yeah.
But anyway, so this guy, we have a lone druid who randomed. Like, nobody on this team was doing anything worthwhile or worth mentioning. Everybody was sucking it up. Two of them randomed, and the two who were randoming were especially sucking.
Sven and Lone Druid, and it's like, have you ever played Sven before? No reply. Or it was like, how you feeling on Sven there?
Yeah. And then I mean, he was solo farming but dying all the goddamn time. Anyway, but that's beside the point.
Mm-hmm.
He is doing terribly, and the Lone Druid gets a little bit ticked at both the Omni Knight and the Sven. And the Lone Druid calls the Sven retarded.
Yes.
And that ignites this Omni Knight. He goes off on the worst tangents in the world. I heard
we should have done pub mouth. Oh, we couldn't. We would have had to censor pub mouth.
The things he was saying are definitely things that.
But I didn't mute the stream.
In a recorded.
We should hit up Ghost Storm and see if she'll read some of it for us.
I bet she would. I bet she would.
That it would be funny to get some of the like really nice, because we have members of this community whose voices are so level, they're so kind, nice. You can hear, just tell when you talk to them.
You know what we could do, man? We could get Nomo to record some of that shit, and it would sound natural as fuck.
It would. I mean, the guy was a dick. Nomo is not a dick. Nomo's actually
he's not.
Dude.
He's a really nice guy, but he's got that voice.
Like, he wouldn't hurt a kitten. Like, he'd probably pick up a kitten and be like, and he'd like fumble picking the kitten up several times, and he'd be like, my goddamn like jacket was in the way when I was trying to pick. And then it was like,
who made this fucking jacket? Who made this fucking jacket?
I couldn't pick the cat up, but then my finger hurt because I stubbed it last night. Anyway, like, he would come up with 8 reasons why he couldn't pick the cat, but he would want to.
Roland, you told me to wear this jacket. I said I was gonna wear a sweater.
But he was that type of guy where he kept trying. He was Omni-Knight. And he kept trying to like steal last hits from me. I'd be like, hey, Omni-Knight, give me a heal.
Go stand in the middle.
He's like, okay, go up to the creeps. And I was like, no, give me a heal right here. And he gives me a heal, and he's like, thanks for fucking wasting my time. And I was like, I'm not letting you get those last hits, you bastard.
But so he's called retarded, and then he goes off on the worst racist string I've ever heard in my entire life. And about 5 minutes in, like everybody on the team's like, dude, you are a racist bastard.
And I told him that in like a very calm tone. He was like, what's the difference if he's saying that I'm mentally challenged? And I was like,
that was it. And that was his retort. Like, what's different? Oh, so you can call me retarded? You can call me mentally challenged, and that's cool. I'm not a prick.
And I was like, yeah. And I was like, dude, it's like, yes, I don't say retarded, but like, you know, retarded's kind of become this thing where it's like you're stupid, I guess, or like, I don't know, it's taken over.
That's what it was when we were.
It always has.
Actually, retarded's like the new gay. Like, you're not allowed to use it negatively anymore, or else you're like heartless, dude. Like, but when we were in high school, everybody was a retarded fag.
Yeah.
Like, you are the most retarded fag I've ever known, and that was just what you called your friends.
Retarded hangs around in certain circles. But you know, fag never will. Like that's gone.
Gone for sure.
Retarded hangs around in certain circles, but fag never will, dude. Are you kidding me, dude?
It's gotta go.
Retarded's taboo, dude.
The only time I ever hear anybody using any derogatory gay terms is in fucking Dota 2. That like I can.
Yeah, that's true.
There's a lot of cocksucker. Sucking on.
Oh, there's some vulgar gay stuff. That's just the internet, dude. That's the internet.
But this guy, legitimately, I would have loved to have like been Flash, for instance, and just been able to run at like, well, on the show they 300 miles per hour, but I think he's running much faster than 300 miles per hour. To be Flash and run to his fucking house and be like, hey, guess who you were just talking to? Me. But then
what if you could just run to his... What if... Dude, if you were Flash, okay, I got it, dude. As Flash, you use like an IP sniffer, right? So you deploy it on Dota. Everybody that's playing against you, you get their IP address so you know they're at, right? Every time they say something, you just fly by them and slap them in the face so quickly in association to what just came out of their mouth that they associate like everything they say dirty with like getting smacked by a gust of wind. And you just do that every game you play. Whoop-ah! Whoop-ah! Every time someone says something, whoop-ah! And you just teach the world a lesson. Do you think you can, like, you would be able to prove whether beating your kids was a valid teaching lesson?
And you'd never get DCFS. No, and then another thing, I was like, I told him jokingly, I was like, I'm going to fucking kill you if you ever heal me around those creeps again. And he said, you can't even curl a pencil. And I was like, is that like a weightlifting term or something? Like,
yes, dude, what a rip. You just got
curl a pencil, apparently.
Not even afraid of your biceps at all,
guess
dude.
What I've got?
A pencil? He's going to prove.
Bam.
Teach you a lesson, racist Omni-Knight. Justified. I bet he's listening right now going, God damn it.
Yeah.
I hope he sees it. We'll put the video up, too, just for proof.
The best was that we had Dillanoid watching that with us. He just kept saying, I want to fight him.
Yeah, and then I told him, I was like, I have an in-real-life friend that wants to fight you. I said my in-real-life friend Dillanoid wants to fight you and he'd win.
That's funny that you still call your in-real-life friend by his internet handle. Like, that goes like, I got an in-real-life friend Dillanoid. That is gonna fuck you up.
Just be a nickname. His name's Dylan, so you know.
He's the Noid. He goes by the Noid prior to this.
Your favorite player's favorite player.
Oh, that's so funny, dude. I love him, dude. He's the funniest motherfucker on the planet.
All right, so you sidetracked me. I want to with Dota 2. He blinded me with Dota 2.
I blinded you with Dota.
I want to know about Overwatch. Easy. You gotta give us the.
Okay,
so.
I don't care.
So listen, I got in. Apparently this weekend, everybody got in except for you guys and a handful of other people. But it's what's coming up, okay? So I think Smite kind of like gave people an idea of what was possible when you change the perspective on a MOBA game. And now companies are like experimenting with integrating first-person shooter aspects in it in various ways. And I'm going to write a post. We're going to put it up on the internet. I'm taking a look at 3 different first-person shooter MOBA blend games that are coming out at around the same time. And basically what I would consider like the battle for which one of those is going to be the primary one. You have Overwatch, which is sick. I played that. I'm in it right now. I don't know if that's going to end tomorrow or not. Paladins I got into, and that's from the company that is making Smite, Hi-Res Studios. So they're making a first-person shooter MOBA that's going to be free to play, and I think it's going to follow a similar model to Smite as far as the pay scales, from what I can tell. And then there's another game that I got into the closed technical beta of that I'm not even sure if I can talk about that game other than the fact that it's called Battleborn, and it's from the Borderlands people, and it's a first-person shooter MOBA as well. Basically, what you would consider that to be, that's what you see here. So it takes some of the aspects of like Smite in a sense that when you change the perspective to that, what happens to your abilities is they become skill shots, all of them, where you've got to aim, and because of like the speed of the projectile, you've got to lead characters and all that type of stuff. It changes the way that the abilities are cast. Everything's a skill shot for the most part. There's not a lot of auto targeting. Even like your right click is a skill shot in a first person shooter game. You know, like when you're playing Halo or whatever, you've got to hit that headshot, right? So these games work a lot in that vein, and specifically in Overwatch, since that's kind of the game that's getting all the rage right now. It's fucking rad. There's a lot of controversy around its pay model because you have to buy this game, right? So if you want to get the special edition of it, you're going to pay $60, or if you get it on console, you're going to pay $60. If you just want like the vanilla version of the game with none of the bonus goodies, you can pay $40 for it on PC. That gets you the 21 characters that come with the game. It's basically you buy the game. And you have to pay for it. This game is not like where you pick Spectre at the beginning of the match and you play Spectre from beginning to end. It is very much about dying and respawning as a hero that counters with what you just saw the team throwing at you. So there's a lot of play back and forth between like, holy shit, they've got all these pushers, like I need to build it, I need to pick a defensive hero. And there's something really cool in the way that this game like eases you into the picking, in that when you're picking it from this whole lineup of characters, these little pop-ups show like, you don't have a tank. Like you need a support, like not enough offensive power. So you can kind of go like, all right, I need to pick like this kind of character, and it narrows down these 21 characters because it's daunting. Just like when you jump into Dota or any of these games, when you see all this like list of characters, because their abilities and the way they play is so unique. Like, as these roles are kind of rolling through the screen, you see basically what every character is classed into. It's got like an offensive character, a defensive character. There's characters that are called builders, and they literally can build structures on the map that are used to hold a position. And supports do like what they do in other games. They have buffs and abilities that can usually be attributed or casted on another character, whether it's heals or speed boosts or those types of things. And then it's all happening in a first-person space. So it's objective-based. There's an attack and a defense on every round, and you're either trying to hold a position or you're trying to push and take control of a position. And then there's another form of objective control that is similar to how Team Fortress 2 works, in where you have like it's called a payload, and when your characters are near the payload, it's pushing forward, and you're trying to push that thing to a specific point on the map. So it has those two types of plays where you guys are battling each other with your abilities and your ultimates while trying to complete these map objectives. It's really fun. It takes it like you see.
Oh, is it? No, wait. Is it fun?
It's really fun, dude. You'll find out like pretty much.
No. Wait. Are you having fun playing Overwatch?
What have you seen me doing lately?
I'm just wondering because I can't seem to play Overwatch.
No,
with
dude.
My friends.
So. I'll stream after this some Overwatch. You should come hang out and watch it, dude. It's cool, dude. It's cool. And the hero's abilities are so different. Like, I mean, from a dude that's like Reinhardt. You mentioned Reinhardt Easy earlier. He's a character that has a huge hammer, so he swings a huge hammer. If you hold down right click, he puts up this huge barrier shield that can take a ton of damage, and basically he's like impenetrable from the front side. And then he has like a lightning strike, and then his ultimate ability, he just smashes the ground, and everybody around you gets like knocked up into the air and falls down. So he's this like huge tank character that's just like not anything that you're used to playing like in a first person game, but he's a fucking beast. And if you press the shift key, he'll charge forward like relentlessly and pound into another character and just continue to drive them into the wall, usually killing every character like in one hit. That's in a first person shooting game. Like you see this like, and all this action's like unfolding. You can see like if they get a spectator cam in this and they're calling this as it like unfolds, this type of shit's badass. Okay, it is, and a game. A
I hope
game
you're
can
seeing the look on his face.
end in like 7 minutes. A game can end in 15 minutes. If you get rolled, you get rolled, and you go on to the next one. But something that they've got going on that's really got its hooks in me is this end game thing, where I think that this game has the potential to cultivate a very, very positive community and a very welcoming community because of some of the hooks that Blizzard's building into this game in terms of interaction and commendation at the end of a match. So at the end of the game, it goes boom, play of the game, and it puts up a player on the screen. It shows their character and it shows their screen name, and then everybody sits there and watches the replay of some character's badass play. Usually it's the team that won doing something cool. Sometimes it's somebody on the losing team that just fucking wrecked face. And you'll see in all chat everyone just going, hey, GG, 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 that was badass, like awesome kill. And then after that it throws up 4 cool things that happened statistically, whether it was this character that was a tank taking a bunch of damage, or it was this support doing a bunch of heals, or maybe this guy casted his aura ability only 4 times, but because he did it so strategically, he caught 27 people in his aura. And you're like, damn, that's legit. And everybody gets a chance to vote on which one they think is the coolest. So you're voting on people on your team or the other team, and there's this really cool, awesome feeling when your thing's up there and everyone votes on it as like being the sickest thing in the match. You're like, hell yeah, that was me. I want to play again. And
That's a cool mechanic.
Okay,
it's neat, dude.
Enough.
All right, that's my Overwatch pitch. I love you.
Fucking Overwatch talk. Okay, let me tell you a story now. All right, let me tell you a story. Guess who's been buying Blizzard games since they fucking came out? My parents and then me. Okay, because my parents bought them for me, and then when I grew up and had to buy my own things, I started buying them. But me, man, and then you got these new people, don't know shit about StarCraft 2, don't know shit about Warcraft 3, don't know shit about Warcraft 2 even. Job's done. They get fucking beta keys. What the fuck?
A lot of people got beta keys. I mean,
let's go on another.
Are you
let's
sure?
Go on another
No.
Blizzard
That's
rant.
probably why you don't have one now.
Yeah, Blizzard was listening. It's like, fuck that guy.
The Blizzard secret police are pissed. Why don't you pull up your BattleNet? Maybe you got it.
No, I
Maybe
didn't
you
get
do.
it. I already
Maybe you
checked.
do.
I already checked.
I owned Lost Vikings on Super Nintendo. If you want my Blizzard cred, dude. And I thought it was cool,
I don't know what that
albeit
owned
hard.
2 Super Nintendos to where I was playing that game twice on both
Dude,
of them.
Heroes of the Storm has a character right now, Cho'Gul, the 2-headed ogre, which is what character is that in Dota? The 2-headed ogre.
Ogre mage.
Ogre mage. In Heroes of the Storm, dude.
Are we asking rhetorical questions?
No, I literally forgot his fucking name for a second. Is it Ogre Magi?
It's
Yeah,
Ogre. I called
it
it
is
Magi for like 3
Okay,
years.
I know you on the show, like legitimately recorded for speaking of retarded. Sorry, no, you said it was still on the table in some circles.
In some circles.
I decided today, so I was taking a shower and I was trying to decide like what my circle is like in terms of like offensiveness, and I basically decided like if it would be said on an HBO comedy special, I can say it, and that pretty much opens the door.
Yeah,
Why?
There's some shit that said.
That's what I'm saying.
You can't say on the podcast.
But hey, I mean, it's being posted on HBO. I mean, it's someone saying it out of their mouth on a microphone for all of the world to know.
I don't know.
If Amy Schumer can get away with it, surely I can say something about fucking tons of dudes.
Yeah, you can say that. You can say like Louis C.K. stuff, like
We'll have to pick a comedian's level. So, anyways, before I get sidetracked, Cho'Gul, this hero in Heroes of the Storm. Listen, it's literally a hero that has to be picked by 2 players. And I don't know how the dynamic works, but both players control, either one's controlling movement and the other's controlling the spells, or there's some interplay between the 2 people that pick the one hero to Cho'Gul in that game, dude. Think about what they're doing in terms of just throwing things in the mix that are like outside the box. That's very interesting to me. It's very interesting to me.
It's kind of like Tiny IO, except that somebody. I guarantee you can't have both players working on movement.
It's like the psychology of a Magic card. Like when you read the flavor text on a Magic card and you're like, holy shit, that's so much like what that card would do. You're like, oh my god, that's fucking perfect. When you think of the idea of Cho'Gul being controlled by 2 people, you're like, oh my god, that's like the physical manifestation. Like you just meta'd that character, dude. Like 2 people controlling him. That's like literally, they argue with each other like in their fucking conversations. Like that's funny. That's a very, very interesting thing to do in a game that people play competitively for money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I like that idea.
Heroes of the Storm makes money for people.
Not a lot of money.
No, dude, it's not like, I mean, I say that with cents, not dollars,
doesn't
but
Blizzard do something similar to what Riot does?
BlizzCon.
In that they
do BlizzCon.
But I mean, don't they hire gamers to basically play the games for, in a professional?
they do that. I think they have professional streamers, but there's a professional Heroes of the Storm tournament that people play for money, and the Heroes of the Dorm collegiate tournament was like an actual thing for college scholarships. So I mean, it is monetized, dude.
Yeah.
For better or worse, and it's I am not gonna argue the competitiveness compared to something like Dota or League of Legends because it's not there, but the fact that you can do it for cash money is legit.
Cash money. We don't need to go back into that story. So I forgive Blizzard. I like Hearthstone a whole lot.
Oh yeah,
I'm playing some Hearthstone.
I heard Cyphus fell off on the deep end on that. What's the word?
No, I'm balls deep and it's 2 knuckles into me. It's
He's got up to 2 knuckles.
Oh, so yeah.
I think he's getting 2-fingered, dude.
Okay, I just put
by Hearthstone
for the younger people. Okay. Okay.
If I have to explain it, it's not as
2 knuckles deep. I feel like I've heard that before.
Sure.
And not registered.
Yeah.
What? Okay.
Okay.
All right.
No, I'm having a blast. All right. I haven't spent any money on it yet.
Okay, the time will come.
Yeah, maybe.
You said yet, which implies that that's like temporary, bro.
I love that.
I want to make sure that I really,
Dancing Bear was explaining okay, so you get level 10 in all the classes, and then 10 here, 10 there, and you're pretty much set. You're pretty 10 here.
No, it's like 25 here, and then 25 more, and then 25 more. You have to spend $75 just to own the single player expansions right now, right? Aren't they $25 each?
Yeah, they're
for the 3 of them.
Really?
It's like 70.
Do you get cards?
For all you
Hell yeah, you do.
Completing all, yeah.
You play through the challenges and you get cards specific.
I can't believe Blizzard wants money for their games. That's so dumb.
Those fools. The craftsmanship.
Those fucking losers.
Well, but what's crazy is, don't you find it just a little bit disturbing? A little bit disturbing how much money you have to sink into some games in order to really, really win.
I think that there's a hilarity when you start talking about the free-to-play game and how much money you've spent on it. I joke all the time about the amount of money I've spent on Dota.
Oh yeah, no, that's one where I can't believe sometimes how much money I've dropped into Dota.
Have you looked?
But you don't have to have done that, dude. You don't have to have spent that money. Do you know how to look? You can. It's really easy. If you go to your badge status in your Steam profile and you look at your Dota badge and what it would take to unlock the next one, there's a bar, basically that tracks for how much you spend, you unlock a new card. Well, it has a running total for how much you've spent total. And I highly recommend everybody that's worried about this game's impact on their wallet to take a look.
I'm worried about the time played.
I'm close to $2,000, bro, on my Dota spending.
Okay, think about if you got.
But that's over 3 years. But still, $2,000.
That's a lot of money. That's ridiculous. Think about if you got paid $4 an hour.
Ridiculous, fool! You're probably like at $1,200, easy, $1,500 maybe.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm more than that. I'm sure. There were a few months there that I spent a couple $100.
Went a little cray.
I bought
I have bought on the auction block the trading cards to enhance that badge for like $0.01 or 2 cents a pop. I've leveled up that badge with cards that I know I've gotten through the auction.
About useless things, because isn't it just.
Dude, you buy fucking everything. Treasures, Cyphus, you've spent bank too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, are you
both of you guys,
right now?
dude? No, I'm looking at your guys' faces, bro. I'm looking you in your eyes, being like, you guys have spent hella money.
Spent $10,000 on Dota. I mean,
big deal. No, but I mean, it's good that you do, because there's for every 1,000 you spend, there's 1,000 people that don't spend any and are grateful for it.
Yeah, but really, the time commitment is what grosses me out the most. Like, for instance, way back when I played World of Warcraft when I was much younger, I sold my character for like $700, but doing the math, I made like 5 cents an hour or something like that. Like, I got my time it's the time that needs to be paid for.
Dude, I can't. The time you spent on that character is worth $700 to somebody, which is fucking crazy, bro.
That was a long time ago, and it was when eBay was still selling things that weren't tangible. eBay had a brief stint where you could
the wild frontier of like ripping off selling your digital goods willy-nilly everywhere.
I didn't rip the person off. Like I gave him, like I was legitimately done. I don't know, because Burning Crusade ruined World of Warcraft. Now is that one of your news stories?
No, I almost put it in, and I was like,
they removed it so you can't see how many people are subscribed to World of Warcraft.
Oh, that is.
Oh, they weren't going to report those numbers anymore.
No, I thought you were talking about the latest. They have like the next expansion that's coming out. I was like, nah, I don't care.
God, I mean, here pretty soon it's going to be like, those porno cards in Vegas? It's going to be like copies of new expansions to World of Warcraft that you're just like throwing them on the ground like, what am I going to do
with this pandas? I got pandas.
Yeah.
Everybody's got pandas, dude.
Like, I have no...
No, you're right. That is the most ridiculous thing about it.
I was there at midnight to get Burning Crusade. I was so excited. I mean, it was...
When Chase and I played it, it was vanilla. Like, that was the last time I played World of Warcraft.
Did you hear what Proud... So we had our meeting tonight, and Proud mentioned he had the World of Warcraft hook in, but he was playing on a vanilla server. He was playing old World of Warcraft vanilla.
What does that mean?
That is just base game, pre any expansions.
Oh,
he's on like an old server, like an old... They have like some like...
I would do that.
I think you got to get like the hook to get in on one of those, dude.
I would do that because that's where I had all my fun. That's where I put all my time in. I played maybe 1% of my time was Burning Crusade. All I did was get from level 60 to level 70. And leveling was easy. It was once you were at the top level where you would raid and you would get 40 people together. And I've talked about this on the podcast and how it was like the most amazing accomplishment in teamwork that I've ever been a part of was raiding. Cooler than the most fluid Dota 2 game you've ever played, to have 40 people and the room be quiet. And people were like, when they needed to do something, they were spoken to. Other than that, silence on the radio airwaves. We're going to take this boss down. And there was nothing. Yeah, I
never experienced it, dude.
It was crazy. With 40 people, we had 10 people on deck. And these were 10 people that like prayed that somebody wouldn't show up so that they could be brought in. They were ranked. Like we would draw the top of the 10 and so forth. And the times where like, I don't know, I'd get in trouble for doing some stupid shit and it'd be like, you can't play World of Warcraft. It would be like, no, because there's a raid tonight. And,
punishment suspended.
I'm not going to fucking do that because then I have to let that dumbass that's on the waiting list take my spot. And if something drops for a rogue, I want it. So... And yeah, you would bid with guild points. You were given an arbitrary amount of guild money that you would save up. You'd get money for going to guild or going to raids, and if an item dropped and you wanted it, you'd bid back and forth. It was a really cool system. It was the most fun. Then Burning Crusade comes out, and all that gear that you worked for forever at level 61 shit that's dropped by like a scorpion in the sand, like a level 1 scorpion, is now better than my shit that I worked hundreds of hours for it and stayed up till 4 a.m, even though it was like, get off your computer. It's 4 a.m. And it's like, I have this like 42-year-old guy that's like, we need Rogue 4 to spot 5, please. Rogue 4 to spot 5. Rogue 4 to spot. What the? Rogue 4 to spot 5. And it's like, I'm very sorry. I'm going. Like, it's harsh.
That sounded like a very specific moment that happened that ruined it for you, dude. You were all of a sudden weak. Your supplies were weakened. Mom was calling. You weren't in spot 5 where you were supposed to be.
This is clear Noxramas. It was fucking crazy. Like we did. It was called Tier 3. There's Tier 1, Tier 2, and Tier 3. Blackwing Lair was Tier 2, which was hard. And we were the first ones to beat it. We were the first ones to like beat World of Warcraft. Our guild. It was really fucking awesome. I don't know. I was so happy to be a part of it, to be honest with you. So then the game got lame and I sold it. So
I think you're searching for that moment ever since, dude.
Yeah. I've been searching for this moment.
Yeah. Anyway, Hearthstone's fun. I think it's where that.
Naxxramas is in Hearthstone as well. You know that? The first expansion is Naxxramas. You can go back and relive it in Hearthstone, dude.
No, it would be lame, dude. Noxramas was so fucking... It was about 8 hours, and that's if you didn't wipe. And wiping was literally where all 40 people died, and death had pretty severe consequences. You had to repair shit. It cost a ton of money to die. You had to go get more consumables and shit. Like, those were the
How
good
many
old
items
days.
dropped? Like, how many people?
Every time a boss would die, an item would drop, but there were different classes, and there were different ranks of items that it could drop.
Yeah.
So tier 3 armor was dropped by Noxoramus bosses, but the best tier 3 was dropped by the last boss in Noxoramus, which nobody had. This also, mind you, is gear you cannot sell, because once you pick it up, it's bound to you. It's one of those things, because they didn't want to make it so, a guild would just keep running through the same one and then just sell off. And so it meant something to be walking around in tier 3 armor. Like, when I would go to the major cities and I had my tier 3 daggers, people would be like, "Whoa, dude. Like, that's crazy." Okay, it meant something.
I know. I guess what I'm asking is,
You don't think that exists still?
Okay, so something would drop and it would be like a priest thing. And then the guild guy would come on, okay? The guild boss, and then we had 8 officers, or an officer for each class, not 8 officers. An officer for the rogues, for the priests, for the mages, or sorcerer, whatever. I can't even remember. It's been so long. Priest drops, then you can take breaks, like after a boss. Like, things aren't going to keep coming until you keep digging. And so you take a break. People would pull out their, because we had a website that tracked everything. Be like, I have this many coins. These are arbitrary coins that are given to you by this. It was like a 42-year-old dude that ran this thing. He was serious, and he had a wife and kids that were probably seriously going to leave him. He was in deep as fuck, dude. Like, he ran the fucking guild. You know what I mean?
I mean, you were like 13.
Don't you ever wonder about that guy right now? Like, don't you want to look him up and be like, hey?
No, he was a dick, dude. But I was
you wonder what that guy's doing with his life.
Yeah, seriously. What happened to him? I wonder, man. Where are they now? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to know where your old guild leaders are now. What are the old guild leaders and forum masters of yesteryear doing today?
Yeah, I would love to know. I would love to know about this guy in particular.
I want to know what he thinks of Burning Crusade.
Yeah,
he was mentioned on several pretty big WoW articles back in the day.
Was he?
For being the first guild leader to wipe Naxxramas.
Maybe he does a podcast.
No shit, dude.
I don't know what the fuck this guy does. He's probably still angry and still mad at the world, though. Because this was a dude that, Battleguard. I don't know. For all of you who have gone out there and played Battleguard, it's a blast. I've done it. All right, where you kind of role play with foam swords and you hit each other with foam swords, and it's actually really badass.
We've talked about Darkon before, right?
No, I don't think
on
we
the
ever
show.
have.
Easy, I would swear we've talked about Darkon.
Do you know what Darkon is?
Yeah, it's where you guys go nerd out with foam swords.
No, but I mean that documentary.
We don't do
the
that.
documentary
I've never
Darkon.
gone to Darkon.
No, I don't know about that documentary.
You pretend to be a knight, and it's a documentary that everybody should go see.
All right.
It's a great documentary.
I gotta praise this documentary for just a second. It is full of the nerdiest people and some of the saddest people you will ever see in life.
What is it? What is it? Darkon, like Archon? Darkon?
No, Darkon is. Let me
spell it. Spell it for the people.
Darkon is there's foam fighting, right, where you have swords, shields, you put on
daggers,
armor, all that good shit.
Bows and arrows.
Everything. There are basic rules for how combat works, and people go out to do just kind of these medieval fantasy battle reenactments.
And you have guilds but you're in person, and you're the Toradels have walked on our land.
So there's that kind of so there's the foam fighting everywhere, where it's meaningless.
And
it's
you die.
Two teams but I'm saying there's not a point.
Oh, you die.
It's just to go out and fight each other with foam weapons.
But if you get hit in the chest, you're dead.
Darkon,
Darkon,
however, was a collection of probably 400 to 500 people who all formed different nations and teams and to do this foam fighting, and they created this.
I think
fake
foam
map.
fighting is.
That's what it's called.
Is it really?
Yes, or Battleguard, depending.
I would rather call it
Battleguard's regional. Battleguard's regional to us.
Foam fighting. I don't think they'd appreciate that.
I'm using foam. That's what it is.
Okay,
just hold on.
I think we should respect them a little more than that.
So these 500
yeah,
players
jeez.
that divided into different clans of different races. Some called themselves dark elves. Others were regular elves. Others were humans. Others were orcs.
Oh, the Dark Elves paint like went blackface.
Oh yeah. So, but they created this fake map.
They did. I'm sorry. Like, I don't mean that bad. They just painted their face
They
black.
create this fake map of the nation, the fictional nation Darkon, and every team had a color, and they would fight. And if you wanted to take over a territory, you announced it to everybody else, and if somebody took an issue with it, they came and they fought you as phone fighting on the battlefield.
Oh.
And they would stage these massive weekends where they'd all get together and they would decide which battles were going to be fought for control of the different fake spots on the fake map.
And then go to a park.
And then go to a park and fight each other.
Wow.
Dress up and they'd go camp out and they dress up as each other, and there would be spies going back and forth across the battlefield lines. And these people act out a legit drama. And the whole story of the documentary Darkon is there's this asshole guy who decided he was going to conquer all of Darkon, and he started forming a team, and he enslaved everybody he beat and forced them to fight under his banner. And he was taking over Darkon.
What did he do for a living?
He was like an accountant.
Yeah, he was an accountant.
But he was taking over Darkon, and this poor guy who like got cheated out of his family game store by his older brother who was a douchebag, like, and has this wife and kids and has a really tough life. He hated this guy and what he was doing. So he started the resistance and was rallying everybody else against this dude. And they just tell the story of him going to fight and bring back and free Darkon and all of its people.
Yeah, this is it right here.
There it is, dude. The Battle of Darkon unfolding before your very eyes for those of you live on the Twitch stream. Speaking of Twitch stream, shout out to Average Gamer. Thank you very much for the follow. We appreciate you hanging out. And Jagushi, welcome. Thank you for hanging out and interacting in the chat, man. You guys can interact as well if you want to catch us on Sunday nights recording for the Monday podcast. If you're catching this in your car on Monday, make sure you swing by the Twitch chat on Sunday and partake in the recording. And the Darkon fight. Here it is. Like, that's no joke, dude.
Oh, dude, it's if you get the opportunity to find that documentary and watch it, it's so worth it.
And so it shows the one guy, the accountant, that's like king, and he isn't fucking around. When he's role playing, like, he is a king. You do not disrespect him. Yeah. Like, you take him very seriously. People call him the Lord. And then it goes over another guy who's a stay-at-home dad who makes armor and stuff like that, and spends most of the year preparing for these
Darkon battles, dude. Wow, dude.
And he's against this guy. Okay, this is his arch enemy, the person he hates most in the world.
He's like
this guy.
He's the leader that like rose
of the resistance.
But he's the leader who didn't want to be the leader. Like, is the funniest part of the whole story. It's just that he was like the one good man who like decided to stand up and do this.
Yeah, then said it was wrong, but he's taking the land.
There's a drama that's playing out, dude, in that movie that's.
It's so good.
I can't explain it. Like, it's so natural and weirdly real. It's hard to not care about the outcome of that film.
Yeah, the title of the documentary is Darkon. I think it's
Darkon.
K-O-N. Darkon. So
it is
you
worth
guys,
watching.
It's a treat to watch. Scythe has told me about it because he had watched it like a year before I even watched it, and I was like, that sounds badass. Can't wait to find it.
Oh man,
I
kind of want to watch it again. It is so fun to sit through.
Well, but it gets into a kind of serious aspect that, I mean, I guess all of us can understand, which is like the stay-at-home dad, like, and he's like his family and like the troubles he goes through with like maintaining.
Well, devoting too much time
like
to
a hobby.
Yeah, like a hobby that becomes like, you know, my Dota play. It's like. Is it still called a hobby if I do it more than like a full-time job?
Like, how many times has he like put his sword up on the sheet, like up on the mantle, and been like, never again, never again.
He's way into it. And they get their voices, like, they totally. It's pretty cool, but like what would get me is like they're like kids playing soccer, like right next to them, yet they're enacting a fight that's happening on somewhere on their map.
Well, I mean, the dude's sword is like a blue fucking Nerf sword, like, and that guy's got like a joust Q-tip that would maybe not pass the American Gladiators foam regulations, but still, like, looks pretty safe.
You should see the king's armor, dude.
Oh,
the king, he has like foam armor that is so like ornate and badass.
There are so many excellent moments in that film.
Yes, there
The
are.
squire loading the crossbow, his is made of construction paper. You can tell there's a hierarchy at play here as well.
Oh yeah,
The dude with sunglasses on isn't serious. He's just like, he thought it was Burning Man, but he came to the wrong party, and so he put on like a shirt and was like,
No, he just drops like hella acid and eats an eighth the mushrooms and goes to this fucking medieval festival and's like, oh dude, I went into another dimension today.
Well, the Dark Elves are weird. Like, they don't talk.
And they speak
like,
a different language.
Oh,
they're
and
weird,
like
yeah.
they like role play Dark Elf.
Wow,
It's
dude.
They're scary looking too.
That's
dude.
interesting.
They betray him in the end.
Yeah,
Like,
and they stab him in the back, and he's like,
no, one of the key battles for the Resistance, they hire the Dark Elves to turn on the king, and they just go to the king and they go, hey, they paid us this much. How much are you willing to pay us?
Yeah.
And they end up just backstabbing the Resistance. And
Oh,
my god,
that's
he's
the
like,
greatest.
He's like, I was disgusted having to talk to the Dark Elves, but it was what I had to do.
I did what had to be done.
Yeah. And I don't mean to trivialize this in any way. I think it's a badass hobby.
Really?
It's cooler than Dota. I mean, you're actually being a hero out on the battlefield, too.
What I will say is that I give kudos to anybody who wants to take their hobby to like the next
That
level,
level.
dude. Like if you want to go like fight for Westeros, like out in the field behind your house, like
That discussion,
as a grown ass fucking man, that every other day you make 350 copies of some boring ass piece of paper, then good on you, bro. Good on you. Like you have the thing about it is like I see in that field like a handful of other fucking people that all want to do the same thing. So when you have a group of people that are willing to like pretend they're from a different time and like, you know, maybe like for this time I don't like cook fries and mop floors, like I load motherfucking crossbows.
Oh no, and that's what
Yeah, he does. He's like, well, I'm an accountant, but like I feel confident. He's like, it's got me a promotion at work because I'm the king.
Oh
He
yeah.
talks about that where he's like,
That's interesting, dude.
Yeah.
Well, what you are a little recreation there of the Dark Elf thing that I did what I had to do or did what had to be done. There are lines like that all throughout the movie that are delivered with so much seriousness that you don't get. Like I would compare it to like some of the cheesiest lines you hear in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
But like they're saying that kind of shit, but like there's no acting about it. Like they're actually
serious.
they're amazing actors if they're acting. Like they feel it.
They feel it and they believe it. And then his wife's like, honey, can you please empty the dishwasher? And he's like, yeah, I can. And he like,
Are you serious?
yeah. And then
Of course I can. I'm the fucking king.
She's like, yeah, I go to, she has a pretty good job, I guess. And
Yeah, because she's taking care of him.
he kind of stays here, and and he's like way into like models, and like he's painting his models.
No.
He's like, yeah, on the next battle, I'm pretty sure if we take it from the north side, we can probably overcome the resistance.
Are you kidding? And that's like
dude,
that's his. Like,
watch
he doesn't have a
this
job and
documentary.
shit. I will. I've
Watch
got it up on IMDb. I'm gonna find it and watch it.
Oh yeah,
It's excellent.
I'm gonna try. To find
For
it.
those of you that are interested, we will make sure to link to the IMDb page in the show notes so that you can find it and find a way to watch it yourself if you'd like.
Yes. Also, I want to talk about upcoming exciting Wednesday that we have.
Oh my
Yeah,
god, dude!
This is something that needs to be brought up. It's about goddamn time.
Good news.
So the Wednesday is going to be a new show to which we have no title for yet because it's been in the works for a long time. The people involved, you guys.
Yeah, I think we should discuss it.
Yeah, dude, we're lucky as hell.
Korean barbecue. He is most notably known for being loved on Reddit, and he is the Chinese translator for anything Dota. Basically, he goes to every event and he translates Mandarin Chinese. He's the guy on the stage with Coddle Guy translating.
He just got back from the Frankfurt Majors. He's now back stateside.
Yes, he is now stateside.
He's going to be working with.
He's going to be working with Woodshrew.
From Join Dota, baby.
Of course, Defense of the Patient's Loves. People nominated him for Best Interview. He's a really, really smart guy, and we're we're putting, it's them really. I just asked them if they were interested in doing a show, and so and first I asked Korean barbecue, and he's like, yes, definitely. And then I asked Woodshrew, and he's like, so who's my co-host? I'm like, KBBQ. You probably like, it was like basically like you probably don't know him. He's like, Jack? Question mark? Question mark? Question mark? Question mark? I was like, yeah. And so it's like they already knew each other, which is great. And so they're going to be talking high level Dota. They're both
pro Dota. They're talking pro Dota.
Yeah, exactly. I think there was a big subreddit on the .p subreddit. There was a big thread saying, one of the like big things that's missing from .p. You cover you cover casual Dota, you cover try hard, trying to be a try hard. You get into a level of theory craft, but what's missing is pro coverage. Mm-hmm. And we've got it. And
boom.
Talking to Jack is really interesting because he got to spend a lot of time with C-Deck at TI5, and I'm sure he'll get into this himself, so I'm not going to say too much, but he got to talk strategy and what to do with aggressive or aggressive as we like to call him, and that was pretty much a Cinderella story with TI5 and what C-Deck was able to do, and basically they're really fucking good. Korean Barbecue has also come on Theorycraft Thursday, where we did KYRY and him. He was Pudge, and KYRY was Omni Knight, and he was the best Pudge I've ever seen in my life. He's like, yeah, just put me on something that I don't really need to get farmed with. And I was like, okay. It's like, okay. I was like, what do you want? Renata Pudge? And he's like, yeah, I'll do Pudge. And he just jumped into the game and did the fucking coolest, baddest ass things. And so I'm excited to finally bring you guys what you deserve, which is proper coverage of pro.
A pro Dota 2 show every Wednesday.
People who are there, people who are writing about it. I mean, Woodshrew is an excellent writer.
Oh, dude, these guys are bringing something to the table that is just I think it kicks .p up to the next level when it comes to what are we doing for the Dota 2 community, what kind of content are we providing. If you're someone that is, looking to consume Dota 2 content, now on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, you get pretty much the spectrum and if you're into it all, then soak it all in, and if you have one that you appreciate over the other, then by all means share it with your friends, tell everybody that where you get it, and we'd be more than happy to keep that kind of stuff coming for you. I mean, honestly, it is what we've been talking about for a long time in terms of wanting to bring, and when we started hearing people on Reddit and on Twitter say, hey, where's the pro coverage, what happened to the pro coverage, it was a great opportunity to pull the trigger on that. And thank you to those two guys for being really excited about it and having a lot of good ideas that we feel fit in with our community really well, and can really just
cover areas that we're not currently covering.
And they're just
they're cool, dude. They're cool guys, man. They're kick back, nice. They're chill. Yeah, they're very nice.
They're so humble. And you made a joke today on our conference call to Jack, where you're like, Reddit loves you today, but they're probably gonna hate you. Or Reddit totally loves you, and he's like, well, they'll probably hate me tomorrow. He's just really
humble.
Love you one day, hate you the next.
Yeah, he's like, love you one day, hate you the next. He's just a humble.
And he's got that great I wonder if he's always lived in New York.
Yeah, he does have a little bit of
it's definitely there. Well, I know he's in New York. I wonder if he's a native.
New York native. Yeah,
you can hear in his voice. I love that New York accent.
Yeah, me too. They're just. It's about time that we get some people. What I was going to say about Woodshrew is, yes, he's an excellent writer, and I'm sure pretty much most of us have read an article from him. He was very consistent. He wrote a lot. But what surprised me with Woodshrew is just how fucking articulate and smart and how well he puts things, and
passionate about the game,
and passionate and funny too, and can take a joke and can give shit and take it. You know what I mean?
No, I think just go back and listen to that previous previous
He's
interview.
a really cool guy. So we're bringing that I just asked them both. I was just like, I like them both a lot, and I was just, hey, are you guys interested? And now they're going to do a show for us once a week, it's going to be awesome. I'm really excited to hear it.
Before we go, easy, I got to ask you, because I know we're running late already, or running long as we normally do. But
yeah, we're running okay.
You got Jessica Jones pulled up there, but I'm curious.
Jessica Jones is out, guys. Check it out. You guys, if you were a fan of Daredevil, who wasn't a fan of Daredevil, Jessica Jones is the next series in the Marvel universe that is exclusive to Netflix. Takes place in Hell's Kitchen, the same area where Daredevil took place, and it is a very adult. This was, as a comic book, part of the first series released under, I think it was called Marvel Max, which is an adult-centric Marvel comic line that they released, heading with this Jessica Jones show. Check it out. The first season's out. If you were a fan of Daredevil, I think you'll be a fan of this. It looks badass. And the other thing was just a shout out to the OGs that won the majors, man. I got No Tail and his crew up there repping for the winners of the Frankfurt Major. I don't want to get into it too deep because the Wednesday show is going to dig into that hardcore, but just shout out to them and some good Dota, right? Some fun Dota to watch.
Some great Dota. I stayed up. I slept out in the studio that night. I went and got myself food at 2 a.m. so I could be back by 2:30 to eat my food and watch EG versus OG in the lower bracket final. Anyway, holy shit, some incredible Dota, but I am so glad of the result. Like, I'm so glad that this team could come together, be as humble as they were. No Tail is a personal favorite of mine, and now I finally have a team to root for, so I'm definitely thankful for OG because before I didn't have a team to root for, and since Frankfurt started, I mean, OG was just like, all right, well, next, when they go up against VP, they'll get knocked out. Okay, when they go up against these guys, and they just kept getting accomplishment after accomplishment, and it really makes me wonder: do these big teams like EG and Secret think too far ahead and think, we're probably going to make it top 4, so let's see who else we think is going to make a top 4 and prepare for them. Whereas OG was, let's prepare for the next fucking match. Like our life is on the fucking line.
Yeah, but
we prepare for the next match.
I don't know.
And then the next match.
But that's
and
what
then the next
everybody's doing.
They had a very hard time.
I think you infer that from those teams because of how deep they run.
Well,
how deep they normally.
And shout out to Virtus Pro as well. I think they're a really awesome team. There's a documentary on YouTube. I forget what it's called. If you just type in Virtus Pro documentary, I'm sure it'll come up. It's in Russian, English subtitles. I'm sure you can get any language subtitled for that. It's about an hour and 20 minutes, and it goes over Virtus Pro. And it made Virtus Pro my favorite team until I saw OG do what they did and do it with such grace and style. That's what they get. They get humble and style points.
That's pretty good. So now you got someone to root for the next Dota Major, which was announced on the coattails. Where's that going to take place? You guys know?
China.
Yep, Beijing.
China. Shanghai.
Yes, China. Yep.
Oh, Shanghai. That's right.
Shanghai. And I put one more thing up on the Twitch stream, and just for everybody at home, do not forget that the Defense of the Patients team is raising money for Extra Life. The link is available on the Twitch chat. We'll also make sure you can get it in the description. We are at $456 towards our goal of 500, so we can hit 500 if you'd like to help out. There's a lot of ways that you can do it, so let us know. But shout out to everybody that has contributed. I'm rocking my platinum Twitch shirt. Soviet earned his too. We both raised over 200 individually, and as a team, we're up to 456. So shout out to everybody that donated. Thank you very much. And if you'd like to, don't forget you can all the way through the end of December.
That's awesome. It's crazy to see. I'm gonna go put a little donation on myself. I'll get you a little closer.
I think it's called Beyond the Dream. Beyond the Dream. I wanted to say it's called Jaguchi. Sorry, I was just responding. The Extra Life is going to be something that I'm going to be talking about more in my streams. I didn't realize that it was embedded to the .p until I scrolled down, and so there it is, right there. This is such a good cause, and the way I look at it is, you and Soviet bought a sick kid, an Xbox One, and Halo 5.
That'd be badass. I wish I could see that. That'd be cool. That'd be sweet to just do that anyway. But yeah, that's true. I mean they do go. They do go. It's all, if anyone doesn't know what Extra Life is, it is through the Children's Miracle Hospital Network. So when you sign up, you pick a hospital that you want to donate to. So if you donate through me, it goes to the UC Davis Children's Hospital, which is a children's hospital in Sacramento, or Davis, about 2.5 hours away from where I live here in California. And it's awesome. 100% of it goes to that cause, so it's great. Play games, heal kids. Extra Life.
Which is something that's amazing. Also, you can click on the Amazon banner.
Is that up?
I was just kidding. I did not want to transition.
No, what's funny is my mind.
If you don't want to give sick kids money, we'll
give it to us.
No. The Amazon banner is completely different.
Yeah.
Because people are going to be buying stuff on Amazon. We know you guys. You're hearing this Monday. This week is Thanksgiving. You're going to get a ton. You're going to get a Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, all brand new shows about Dota 2 from Defense of the Patients. If you go before Thursday, before you go, just start doing all that beautiful Black Friday shopping.
That you're gonna do on Amazon,
You're
which is
going to do
Cyber
it
Monday,
on Amazon.
which is a week from when this comes out. It's Cyber Monday, my friends.
That's right.
Dude, they've started selling stuff right now. They started the Black Friday sales
Yeah.
on the 20th.
Use our banner.
If you just click through our banner, they don't charge you anything else. You don't pay any more, and a cut of whatever you buy through them goes to us. You're going to be getting a good deal anyway, so, why not?
Actually, not only that, but the banner that we have up right now comes with a free trial membership to Amazon Prime. So if you want to take advantage of 2-day free shipping from Amazon Prime, which is an $80 a year subscription, and you want to give that a try for free through the holidays, why don't you do it through the Defense of the Patients banner, which you can find right on our website at defenseofthepatients.com.
That's true?
It's there. It's there. Look at it.
Click
It's
it right
beautiful,
now.
dude. It's fucking beautiful. It actually looks super clean, non-intrusive. It is
once you
off
click
to the
it-
right-hand side.
Once you click it, all you got to do is bookmark the link that it's currently at, and if you click that link every time, you don't even have to go to defenseofthepatients.com in the future.
We would love it if you did, though, still, every day.
But if you
This
don't
banner
want
will
to,
stay forever, Gucci.
that banner is there, and you can just click on it and go straight through, and then that helps support the show and keep us on going. I'm all about it.
It's empty, guys. I mean,
He needs more Red Bull.
I don't know how. Hold on.
They're all empty.
It's fucking empty. I have 2 empty Red Bulls.
Hey, that kind of stick only works for slacks, man. You can't pull a fucking pour
Does
me
he do
stick,
that?
dude.
I don't know.
He's pretty like I'm broke. This doesn't pay shit.
Well, we're not broke, but that's because we have day jobs and sugar mamas,
Sugar mamas, dude. Day jobs and sugar mamas. That's a great band name, dude.
The next band title, day jobs and sugar mamas.
The next time I record, I won't be a single man anymore. So
Wow,
watch
dude.
out, ladies. I'll be married.
Yeah.
Week
Next
from
time I'm
Monday's
on this
show,
beautiful
dude.
microphone.
Oh, you know what? Speaking
Yeah.
of, dude, we've got a running theme this week. Every host of every show is going to say something that they're thankful for, and we almost got out of here without saying what we're thankful for. Why don't you kick it off, Cyphus? What are you thankful for, dude?
Oh, what am I thankful for? I'm thankful that I haven't spent any money yet on Hearthstone.
Oh, he's feeling the hooks, dude. You weren't kidding, Roland. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Roland, what are you thankful for?
You have spent money on
No, I haven't yet.
the arena
No, that arena is free, and I spent 150 gold
that you got.
that I got from quests.
I'm thankful I'm still single for 2 more days.
Oh my god, dude, he's really... You're going to be good. He'll be fine.
No, I'm just joking. I
You're fine.
love Audrey to death. Yeah, we're getting married. It's crazy. dude. I'm thankful for.
How about this? I know we're all thankful for this community, the people that have supported us throughout the year, and not to, we don't have to.
No,
get-
can I give my
Okay,
thankful
bless you.
for? I'm thinking
Yeah.
about it, dude. Okay, I've got it. I am thankful for Death Prophet. I'll say that much. And the game that I had earlier. For those of you who saw the Death Prophet game earlier today, I'm thankful for that game. At the end of the game, they said commend DP for leadership.
Wow.
I was DP, by the way. And I'm thankful for that
Such
game.
a selfish thankful, Yeah.
And
Hey,
I'm thankful
okay.
to be getting married to such a beautiful woman named Audrey that is gonna
Woman.
have my last name. That's weird. She's gonna have my last name, and I don't think it sounds that good.
She's taking
Like,
your
I'm not
last
gonna
name,
try to
dude?
say it. Yeah.
That is weird. She probably shouldn't.
She probably shouldn't. I mean, I guess that she was totally for it. She's like all like,
Should
oh,
be,
it just sounds so good.
should be Mrs. Rowland.
And every time she said that today, she said, I'm gonna be Mr. Roland. And I'm like, please.
Oh my goodness,
That's how I'm
dude.
gonna reference around the show henceforth.
I think she's trying to freak you out for fun. That sounds like something she would do.
Yeah, she's all talking like, it sounds so good, Audrey, your last name. And I think every time, like, no, it doesn't. Like, if you want to just keep your last name, that's fine. Like, it's not that good.
It's a new age thing to do anyway,
But no, she
No,
wants to
that's
know
lame.
about it.
Don't do that.
So, yeah, I got a suit.
Really?
Can't believe you didn't go out and get a fitted suit.
Yeah. Doesn't fit? You got a suit that doesn't
It
fit?
fits great, yeah. And it looks super badass. And we didn't have time. This was such on a whim. Like, I have
I know,
so
it's
much
so
family
magical,
that's at
dude.
me. Like, there's so many. I have a ton of family that happens to be in Vegas at the same time.
Oh, how
As they're
perfect.
getting married, and they're like all pissed because they can't come. But sorry, the chapel can only hold so many people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't invite my whole
Elvis
fucking
plays-
family.
Oh, they're
small
gonna
audience.
be in Vegas and they can't go? You're an ass.
Yeah, no, they can't. Like, it can only hold 20 people, and Elvis, you know,
It
can
counts
only
as 3.
greet so many people. Elvis is marrying us. My little sister is super embarrassed about it.
That's lame. Why?
She's like, she tells me she's 10 years younger than me, okay? So she's like, you know, like a teenager, okay? And she has an attitude, and she's like, do you know what's gonna happen when you grow up? I was like, I am grown up, first and foremost. You're fucking 10 years younger than me, so shut up. You know, first is what I said. Not really. I'm nice to her, but she's like, you're gonna be embarrassed, and you're gonna hate this story, and you're gonna want to take it back. And I was like, nah. I think it's hilarious to be engaged for 5 years and then do a marriage in Vegas where people know each other for 5 minutes and then get married. You know, it's kind of ironic.
the irony of it is something that fits your guys' relationship to a T.
Uh-huh.
Not ironic things, just just the character. Like your guys is like the way that you guys, your dynamic. I would say it does not surprise me at all that that's what you've decided to do as a wedding, and that both of you think that that's awesome. I think it's awesome. I think it's
Getting yelled at is not a dynamic, dude. Just getting barked at is not a dynamic.
you don't just get
more of
barked
like
at. Maybe I saw her on her best behavior because there was people watching. But
No.
Nah, she's about like that all the time.
No,
yeah, I thought it was
she's
cool. You
like
guys
grouchy.
were fine, dude. It was fine.
What are you thankful for, Mr. McKeezy?
I'm thankful for the community. You tried to take mine. I'm glad Roland shut you down, man. But think about it, right? 1 year ago, Thanksgiving last year, how old was Defense of the Patients? August, September, October, November, 4 months old. So we're probably looking at what? You were doing one show a week, and you were doing two shows a week, and
Monday,
you see
Thursday.
Wazoo was kicking it. You guys were brand new scrubbing it. Let's see.
Wazoo
You know
was off
something
by this point.
something that hasn't happened in Defense of the Patients for a while is State of Affairs was going on all the time. You'd probably started kicking in with like interviews and special guests, so like the community was responding to the show in a positive way. And here we are now with everything we've got going on now. We were able to announce today a new pro-centric show that basically is like the graduation of Defense of the Patients officially into like the pro scene, where we have two people that are very, very well versed in pro Dota and the dynamics of pro Dota, looking to create content and bring it to our audience in a way that is, you know, something that we've always wanted to do, has been to be an entry point for people who want to come into an extremely complicated way in a very comfortable environment where they can play with a bunch of people that are cool and chill and find out and learn something about this game separate from what you see when you go out there publicly in the toxic world. And that's what we still provide to this day, and now even more so than ever. And as the players in our community have grown, so has the show, and it's really exciting to be a part of it now. So I'm thankful for everybody that's been with Defense of the Patients since the beginning, and all the new people that have joined now and have started to look into the show and look into our past shows and kind of look into the things, and are starting to interact and create like fan art, you know, like all those fucking cool icons that Exley put together. That's badass. Like that's a cool level of interaction to Defense of the Patients that is happening organically. You know, at this time a year ago, like I was in the Dota client, like grinding in the chat room, trying to get people to interact and trying to get people to talk and trying to, you know, get people to form in-house teams. And now people are posting up in the Steam group, hey, we should form an in-house tonight. I highly recommend anybody that wants to be a part of Defense of Patients, join the Steam group. Just search Defense of the Patients Guild. When you get into the chat room, join the .p channel and just hang out in there. Find people that are looking to play. They're all people that listen to the show. They're all people that are looking to play the same game that you're playing. So come hang out and be a part of it. And also, I'm in the Overwatch beta.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, I was gonna say that
A little bit
I
more
was thankful
self-aware.
for Easy Marquise. No, I am. I'm serious. I'm gonna get a little gushy here. I'm thankful for Easy Marquise. He is definitely the glue that holds Defense of the Patients together. He has been our consigliere since the start, and then he took over. He is, I don't know, a dude that I'm definitely thankful to have around. I'm happy to be able to call him one of my very best friends by this point. Easy, thank you for everything you've done for Defense of the Patients.
Oh, you're welcome, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Virtual hug.
Yeah.
It got real mushy around here.
And for Christmas, I'm buying you a plane ticket so you can fly out here and you can herniate your disc again because we'll drive to Seattle and back. Yeah.
Oh, that would be fun.
Oh, yeah. How is your back doing?
It's fine. I'm gonna get my disc removed here pretty quick.
Nice. Are you gonna be shorter?
I hope not.
Because I mean,
in your dreams, bro.
If I can be any taller than you,
I think you already are, man. Right? Didn't we determine that?
I don't know, but I'd like for it to be definitive, for sure.
Well, we gotta get Easy back out here. Let's go away. I'll believe the results. All right. Should we
Bible
wrap
thump
this
Gucci.
thing up?
Yeah, rap it. It's a rapper. I got heroes to be.
It's a rapper.
I do want
That's
to,
fucked.
on the Jessica Jones front, I'd love to watch that and do a show where we
I'm
talk
going
about
to
it.
probably binge watch it and stay up all night when I shouldn't. So
Yeah,
I had no
probably
idea
insane.
that it was also in Hell's Kitchen, which Daredevil I watched and I
Yeah, because they're
basically
building
one
up. The
setting.
next one is Luke Cage. He's
Yeah.
the boxer.
Mhm.
You know? Anyway,
It's exciting.
Uh,
That'll be cool.
yeah, it's all good.
If it's even a half as good as Daredevil, I'll love the shit out of it. Daredevil was fucking awesome, dude.
I'm gonna put
No,
you
I'm
guys
gonna-
on blast too as far as future content. Cyphus, Ursinity, and Wazoo are gonna get together and put together a Fallout cast.
Oh yeah.
Full of spoilers, just talking about everything that they've got going on with the game. Stay tuned for more announcements on that. I would love to try to get it out by Friday for Black Friday, but if not, stay tuned for it the following week. No promises there, but do know it's in the oven.
Yeah, it probably won't be this week. Because
It's in the easy bake oven.
both Roland and Wazoo are traveling out of town this week.
Well, Wazoo's gonna be there at my wedding, which there are no groomsmen. I told Cyphus, this is gonna stop. I told Cyphus that he was my best man in front of Wazoo. I
Oh
was
my
like, "Be
god.
my best man." And I didn't think about the implications of Cyphus would be my best man. I'm sorry, like,
Why couldn't you have two?
because he.
You
That's
can.
what
I mean, you're getting married in a
I
fucking
just
chapel
said-
by Elvis with a crowd
can't
limit of
have
20.
Apparently,
So have 3.
there's not enough room on the stage. I guess. Or something. There's no groomsmen or bridesmaids.
Oh, that's really funny.
But I said this is back when we were gonna get married in September, but then all of a sudden she like rush ordered it. Like she got like expedited shipping on the marriage is what she did. But I'm totally fine with and can't wait for it.
Oh, he sounds so
Nah, it's
scared.
gonna be great.
It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. You're gonna be fine.
Fine, bro.
No, dude, you're gonna be good, dude. This is totally the right person. Just joking. Wrap this bitch up before I say something I can't take back.
What did you say?
I said no. She's totally the right person.
Oh.
But
I
I'm just
heard you got,
joking.
like, a
I love her.
6-month
She's awesome.
Marriage.
Yeah,
Like,
I think it's like within 6 months.
there's like an annulment process. So
Dude,
like,
don't even look into that shit. Your marriage is
like-
forever, bro. You're fine.
Like Costco has 3 months, so I'm getting a better deal than even Costco. You know what I mean? So.
All right. You guys want to find us?
Don't listen to this. I hope she does. Would
You
I
guys
be
want
in
to find us?
trouble?
We're
I'd be in trouble.
defenseofthepatients.com. Yeah, you would. You can tweet us at .p_show. That's DOTP_show. Find us on find us on iTunes, Stitcher, and all your favorite podcast apps by searching Defense of the Patients. Email us at defenseofthepatients@gmail.com and go click through our Amazon banner at defenseofthepatients.com. You know what? Amazon's fucking awesome. They helped you with your 970 problem.
Amazon is fucking awesome. All right, and with that,
The
we
basics
are.
there was a big issue with the 970. Amazon offered and shipped you out a free one right away because Amazon is fucking.
Amazon's the
badass.
bomb, dude. I love Amazon.
Oh, I called and like I was mad at first because I was like, God,
You should never be mad at Amazon, dude.
doesn't work. And they're like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, sir. Let me hum to you for a second until you calm down.
They did some chanting
like,
for you. That's
yeah, I feel-
crazy, dude.
I
Those
feel
those
way
people
more
are
calm.
legit.
Except it was Leonard Cohen's Hallelujah.
Yeah. And then it was like, okay, how can I help you, sir? And it was like, really, my graphics card is broken. And she's like, well, would you like money for it, or would you like us to send you a new one? It was like, I want a new one. She's like, okay, it'll be there tomorrow, and you just keep that broken one, okay, champ? And I was like,
You're
Okay,
like,
thanks.
what?
And then I open up my computer to look and see what
Nah, the
is
rest
wrong
of the
with
story
it.
doesn't need to be told. Anyway, if you guys want to click through that Amazon.
Long story short, dual 970s. Click the banner. Boop.
Running Crossfire.
That's crazy, man. Hey, Amazon is legit. You might get away with that shit once, but you won't get away with it twice. They know what good customer service is all about, and they're gonna make sure that they take care of you, which is why we recommend you click on that banner, take advantage of the free Prime membership, especially during the holidays. Where do you find us on Twitch, DotP and on YouTube channel DotP1.
Is it 4 days? How much time does Amazon cut off? How long does it take to get an item? 5 days?
Yeah.
What is the
Dude.
offer that we're offering if you click on it?
2 day shipping.
2 days
That's
shipping.
right. If you act now.
2 days shipping.
You guys are fired. You guys are fired.
Be true. Are they still gonna get the same Amazon
No,
prices?
it's not. Yeah, of course they do.
What? They're not paying more to click through our banner?
No.
Okay.
No, not at all.
Alright.
They're really not, dude.
And if you act now, this commercial will still go on for another 35 seconds. All right. I think that's it, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We're
What
going to
about
be
my
back.
sign off? I've got a pretty good sign off.
I will let you sign off, but one last
Okay.
plug. If you want
Okay.
to find us next week,
I got a good sign off.
doing this live again, I think you're going to be back. You're going to be back before Sunday, right? So
Yeah.
we're recording normally. So Sunday night again. We're never sure exactly on the time, but we'll send out a tweet and let you guys know. Twitch.tv/.ptv is the stream. Thanks to Jay Gucci. Thanks to I can't with the
I'm
chat
thankful
scroll
for
down.
Jay Gucci as well.
Scroll up. I want to read the other names for the other.
I'm thankful for
Oh, we
Nail.
got Nate, we got Nabot, and we got Average Gamer who joined the stream, and Always Green lurking like a spurkin. What's up, Always Green? Thanks for stopping by, dude.
Green.
Hey,
we
he
appreciate
runs a
you,
damn good
dude.
Stream too. Go check that out.
Mhm.
I watch his stream every now and again. Noob friendly for sure.
YouTube.com.ptv1. There we go. That's all the plugs. Roland, give them your stream sign off.
All right, I thought of this one in the shower. All right. So for Cyphus and Easy Marqueasy, good luck, Godspeed, have fun, and don't feed. Yeah, dude.
Oh my, that's some cheese, dude.
That's cheesy.
That's some cheese.
That's as cheesy as it gets.
I stole your whole bit, but
Yeah.
added
Yeah,
Too much.
I see what you did
have
there.
fun.
Joy
And
Thief
don't-
came in late. What's up, Joy Thief? Thanks for cruising by, dude.
Oh, you're never too late, Joy Thief, for my heart.
That is some pure cheese.
That is some pure cheese. It's
That
like,
is.
so we want to just re-record that episode.
No, fuck no.
Yeah, let's start over. Back to the drawing board.
Oh, I'm joking. All
I've
right.
never hesitated to put out that kind of shit before in the past.
Well, I need to figure it out.
Okay, it's hot as fucking here. We left the heater on that we were supposed to turn off.
Oh, yeah, we sure did.
All right, guys, we're cutting this stream. Thank you for everybody that hung out live. Much, much, much appreciated. We will get this up to the YouTube channel. Make sure you give us a download tomorrow. Click that Amazon Prime link. Tell your friends. Extra Life's still going on through the end of the year. Help us hit $500. We love you.